Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Y'all, I am loving this eye look. And it's exactly what it didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to, right? Not in my head anyway, because there's green in it. I know. But this is the kind of green I would wear. Like whenever if somebody said, "Hey, pull a green into a look," right? Because green's just not my color, and that's okay. I've decided that I found my St. Patty's Day green, and I found my everyday green. We're good now. But when I was finding my everyday green, I decided to pull out my Tiny Marbles palette with Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. And it's been a while since I played with this. This is still available. And if you do purchase it from the Sydney Grace website, I think the proceeds goes to her family. So there's that. But besides that, she was a phenomenal makeup artist. But this palette is so pretty. And I'm always like, oh, I don't want to use it because it's a memory, you know? It's something that I don't want to be without, sort of like the Tati palette or, things like that. But regardless, mine came in broken, this shade here, but I pushed it back in. But they did send me another shade to place in it, but I couldn't pull that one out, so we are here. But it works fine, and it's Spider. That's the name of that one. But this palette screams every day, but spring and summer too to me. You can definitely do fall too, really, and winter, but for the majority, when you first look at it, it definitely spring. I definitely see spring. So not only did I incorporate a green, but I also got a really pretty spring look, and like my whole makeup just came out today. I am wearing a new foundation. I've lost my mind, I know, but everybody was talking about it, and it's the Prada foundation. And I have mine in. What shade did I get mine in? I don't know. Hold on, let me grab the box. MN45. I would say I did pretty good on the color match. I did pretty good. But I don't know, y'all. This is, I think it was $70 for this. We'll have to see how it wears. But it went on nice. I mean, it's a nice foundation. I don't necessarily know what all the hype is yet, but it's only my first day wearing it, so there's that. For the concealer, I use my Too Faced Born This Way in light beige, and I set the T zone and under eyes with my Hourglass setting powder in the veil. It's just a little sample, and then the rest of my face I set with my Pat McGrath. So we did set it in light medium too. For the bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I again am working out of the Cheek Leaders palette, but this one is the Pink Squad I decided to use today. And today I'm wearing the Hoola bronzer, the California blush with the Tickle highlighter. And y'all, sometimes I forget, like Dandelion, it's so pretty in Dallas and of course California. I forget sometimes how much I do like the blushes out of Benefit. Not my favorite formula, but color wise, like I really like their blushes, and highlighters are amazing. The bronzer is a bronzer, neither here nor there for me, but it's still good nonetheless. So that is what is on the face. For lips, I decided to use my Clinique lip liner in 07 Intense Blush, and then the Clinique lipstick in Bamboo Pink. I don't know if this is still available or not. It's so pretty though. It almost looks like you're wearing a gloss because it's like a shimmery. Like you don't feel any shimmer or particles or anything, but it's like a metallic formula. That's what it is. So it's almost like I'm wearing a gloss, but I'm not. But I am just feeling myself in this look. But let's get started on the eyes because so much fun. So if you watched previous videos, I said I really would like to combine peach, green, and a purple, right? Well, this palette doesn't necessarily give me that, but it kind of does. But kind of in the same like tone, like this peach and purple and green are kind of all in the like not light family but medium maybe, and you can build them up, but there's it wasn't going to work the way in my head I thought it was going to work. But the first shade we're going to go into is Flutterby, and these shadows are very powdery but very, very blendable and pigmented. But there is a lot of kick up in the pan. I'm using the BK Beauty brushes. And I'll be honest, when I first got this palette, I wasn't like in love with it, you know what I mean? I liked it, it was okay. But every time I create a look using it, I just feel so pretty. Like no matter what colors I use or like it just all somehow seems to work. It's weird but yet so comforting to know. So we are going to start with that shade and blend it in really good. But yeah, I was impressed with the way this look turned out, to be fair. So from here, I kind of wanted to go in with a green for the crease, right? But I didn't feel like that green would show up as well as it should. And I didn't know how well it would mix with this particular peach because it is on the brighter side, pigmented and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, let's move the green to the bottom lash line then. So we're going to take Mantis, which is this one right here. And I am just going to put it on the lower lash line and stamp it in almost. I'll go back and blend, but right now I'm just trying to get it stamped in there to get full pigment out of it. And this is a very, very pretty green. I really like this color actually. And I think it goes good with my eyes. Not gonna lie. But there is something about this palette to be said. I don't know if you have it, but if you don't, because I don't know like when this would like sell out and be done forever, because I know you can't buy the bundle anymore for the Retro Glam, the one I did, I created like my favorite green everyday look out of. You can still buy the singles, I'm pretty sure, but just not in a bundled set altogether. You gotta look them each shade up. But with this is still available, and I'm telling you, you might really think about getting your hands on it if you haven't already, because even though you may think these colors aren't your colors, they're so workable that like you'll be amazed at the looks you get, because y'all know I have struggled with a green, but using it like this in this particular shade of green is really, I'm feeling myself, y'all, feeling myself. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I don't ever say, oh, I look good, you know, type of thing. Like, I just don't do that. That's not who I am. So for me to say, I really like this, I really like this look. There is something about this look. Okay, so now we're going to go into Bugaboo. I just love that. It's a song, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, well, I know it's a song because I was sitting here singing it. As soon as I read the name of it, I was like, oh yeah. And it's a very pretty, easy to use. It is pigmented again, so be careful. It's a darker shade, but very easy to use. Blends beautifully. Lay it down where you want it, and then just blend. And I am blending it into the crease. Yo, I've been loving these brushes too. I am so mad I stained them. I'm still forcing myself to use them though. Actually, I'm not forcing myself. It's just easy to use because these brushes are so good. He definitely got out of the doghouse by getting me these brushes. I'll tell you that now. my fiance. This is like a purpley, I don't know, brown. I don't know. It's just a really pretty color. We're going back into that first shade because I don't want to lose it. Okay. Then I took the shade Grwm. This one right here. I picked it up on a brush. And I'm just patting it all over the lid, y'all. I know, I'm matte, right? And to be fair, I could have left it like this and been happy. Seriously. Because this is such a pretty matte look. But you know me, I have to have shimmer in it. Let me get my mirror here. It is so hard for me to see anymore, y'all. And I am just patting that on the lid. And it's such a pretty light purple. And the shade kind of like, in a way, smooths out my fine lines and wrinkles. Like, it's really pretty. The way it lays down and everything. I'm not going to lie. And the way it works with these two shades, the peach and that purpley brown shade. I'm so good at trying to tell you colors. Like, it's just beautiful. It really is. It's a very beautiful purple. Very light pastel purple, really. But you can see that it has pigment to it. You know what I mean? Then I decided to take the shade, where's my brush? Here it is. Web. I love this shade Web, okay? It's right here. We're going to put it in the inner corner. I use my Tarte Fake Awake for my lower lash line, and I use the brown Natasha Denona eye crayon for the top waterline. And we're just putting it right in the inner corner here. Like that. Then, so I could be done, and I love the way this looks, right? But we're going to take the shade Firebuds because I love this shade. It is so pretty. So Web we have in the inner corner. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Firebuds. Look at that. Oh, is that not beautiful? And I'm just going to stick it right in the center of my lid. Very easily. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? I mean, it is just so pretty. And it almost looks like a firebud. Like, or like a, whatever, firefly lit up. Like, it's just beautiful. There's nothing more I can say about it other than that, you know? Absolutely beautiful. And pigment. Look how much is still on my finger. Like, I barely touched into that. And it's gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll go back in with that purple in a minute. I just want to get both sides very much lit up. Alright, let me wipe that off my finger now before I have it all over my face. Because we all know me. I'll have it all over my face. I'm going to go back into Grwm, which is that purple. Because I don't want to lose that for the inner part here. That purple is just doing something for me. And then we'll go back into Bugaboo, because I don't want to lose it either. Then we're going to line the top and lower lash line with this shade Spider. And it's a dark black brown, but more brown than black. So more brown black, I guess. But so pretty. So pigmented. I don't know, there's just something about that shade Fire Butts that I've always loved that shade. And really all the metallics in here I like. The only one that's like neither here nor there for me, which you can probably guess would be that yellow gold. It's called BB. It makes sense, like, for it to be in the palette and all, but you know, I'm just not a big yellow gold person, but it is still a beautiful metallic nonetheless. Like, this palette's just crazy, the looks you can come out with it. And like I said, I never saw it until I got, you know, making looks with it. I couldn't see a vision with it until you actually sit down and just start, you know. It's like, trust the process. Trust the process with this palette, and you will definitely come out with a beautiful, beautiful look. No doubt. Like, I promise. Don't overthink it though. I've overthought it a lot, but when using this palette, and that's got me in a little bit of trouble. The look still came out nicely, but it you know, it did get me in a little bit of trouble. We're going back in with Mantis for the lower lash line again, because like I said, I don't want to lose that shade. Watch me get green in my lipstick. That would be my luck. And it is such a pretty green. Like I said, it's different. It really is a different green. But yeah, if you just trust the process when you're creating a look using this palette, when you're done, you're gonna love the look for sure. I'm just touching up that liner, but there's something about the up here that just, it just looks amazing. Amazing. Okay, so we're done with the palette. Now I'm going to pull out my YSL Lash Clash in brown. I do think black would have been stunning, but I feel like brown tones it down to where the eye, you're wearing the eye, not the eye wearing you. And I think it just goes, it lets that, what was it, Firebutt shade just do its thing and let it have its glory type of thing, you know? And like the rest of my face, the colors I chose, I think work well with this look also, in my opinion. Now, does it really? I don't know. Is my eyes deceiving me? Maybe. But I'm gonna let them, because this look is just amazing and glorious in all of it, all the ways I could think of. Like, this look, I really don't think I could have done it any better, or chose different colors and felt the same, to be fair. And like I said, this isn't necessarily how I imagined the look when I was like thinking about it in my head when I was going to pull single shadows to create it. but it is so much better, let me tell you. So much better. I mean, that is, you can't tell me. I won't listen. I won't listen to anybody that says this look isn't pretty. Plus, if it was on somebody else, they'd probably be even more prettier, but that's beside the point. That's neither here nor there. I also think the green, like I said, on that lower lash line, just having that particular color on that lower lash line is just doing something for my eyes also. Like it's making them look even greener, or I don't know. But it's definitely doing something for me, I'll say that much. And maybe it is the whole look. Maybe it is the blush, the bronzer, the foundation, all of it put together that is just making me love this look. I don't know. I don't think so. Because I think if I just wore my regular stuff, I'm going to like this eye look no matter what. But, maybe it is the whole combination just happened to work out really well and just fits together. Who knows? But man, do I love this. And the lipstick too. Like the lipstick is like a pinky purple shade, like metallic. And I feel like it just goes with this look too. It's not overpowering though. Even though it is a metallic lipstick, it's not overpowering the lips. Nothing's overpowering. The eyes are the focal point here, and that firebutt shade is just everything and then some. It is everything and then some, I'm telling you. Alright. So that's the final look using this palette. Out of all of my palettes, and I have a lot, I could suggest a lot of different ones. You know what I mean? I really could. And say wholeheartedly you would like them. I know I could, right? But this one, there is something different about it. There really truly is. And maybe it's the way that she put it together, or her color, what she was seeing. I don't know. But what I will say is that there's not a look you're going to create using this palette, whatever shade you choose, that's not going to look good. Now, that does say a lot for the shadows themselves. The shadows are amazing, but at the same time, it's this particular palette from, like I love what Mel did with the retro, I do, but this, no, this is something else. Highly suggest you check it out at Sydney Grace and before it's gone, because I would hate for I really would, like, it would break my heart if somebody said they wanted it and they never got it, because it is that good of a palette, y'all. That good. So that's all I have for you today. I am so glad that I played with this palette, like you have no idea. And I am just in love with this look. I keep staring at it going, did I do that? Did I create that? Because I'm not a makeup artist. So when something turns out this good and not really a problem creating it, that's saying something. But check out the palette. Like I said, I hope it doesn't sell out. Mother's Day's around the corner. You can always ask for it for then. I'm thinking about doing it myself, even though I have one. I kind of would like a backup. I'm not gonna lie, because if I couldn't use this palette, like at some point, I would cry because I'm going to tell you every single time. And I look at it myself and I have doubts. Like, how am I going to create a look? But every time I use this palette, you all, I swear to you, the look turns out amazing. But that is all I have for you today. I think I spit on myself, y'all. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep playing with that Prada foundation. That's $70 though. I ain't so sure on that. So just saying there. But I am going to keep playing with it and see what I think about it. See how it wears through the day. I definitely will get back to you on that one. But the rest of the face I really like. Like I said, those cheek leaders, sometimes we forget about Benefit. Sometimes. But it is good. It is good. They're not my favorite though. So don't, get it mistaken there. As far as like powdered bronzer and blush, but the shades they choose are nice, and the palettes like that do work well together. Those are not available, but they have other palettes. But that is it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all of that where you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, and I will see you in my next video, probably tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.